It started with a blinding flash across the night sky. No thunder, no roar, just silence and light. People on the ground in Nevada looked up, confused. What they saw didn't look like any jet or drone or spaceship they'd ever seen. It was smooth, silver, and gliding silently above the desert like a living thing. Minutes later, the internet exploded. Someone had filmed it, and the caption read, "Tesla just built a plane." For years, rumors of a Tesla aircraft had swirled around Silicon Valley. Some said it was a myth. Others whispered about secret hangars near SpaceX facilities. But nobody had ever seen proof until that night. Behind closed doors, the truth was far more unbelievable than anyone expected. Elon Musk had been quietly working on an idea that engineers once called impossible. A fully electric aircraft capable of vertical takeoff and landing, powered entirely by next-generation Tesla cells. The story began back in 2018, during a private meeting at SpaceX headquarters. Elon reportedly looked at his engineers and said, "If we can launch rockets into orbit and land them back safely, why can't we make a plane that flies without fuel?" The room went silent. One young engineer, Sofia Ramirez, broke it with a single line. "If the batteries can handle it, maybe we can." That night, a hidden project was born, codenamed Tesla Model P. What came next pushed every boundary of science and design. Tesla's battery division began developing something revolutionary, a new type of solid-state graphene cell. 5 times more energy-dense than anything before it. It could store enough power to lift a jet off the ground, yet remain light enough to fly. The secret was a breakthrough in Tesla's cooling systems, liquid nitrogen channels that kept the battery stable even under extreme conditions. When Elon saw the first prototype cell, he smiled and said quietly, "This changes everything." By 2024, deep in the Nevada desert, a sleek, futuristic prototype stood ready for its first test flight. No media, no hype. Only a small group of Tesla and SpaceX engineers holding their breath. As the turbines began to spin, there was no engine noise, just a deep hum like the sound of wind passing through metal. The aircraft lifted vertically, hovered for a moment, and then soared forward, accelerating without a single drop of fuel. Elon's voice came through the radio. "Flight 1 complete. The future is airborne." But Tesla didn't announce it. They stayed silent. That silence was broken when a drone pilot accidentally caught the second test flight on video. Within hours, the footage went viral. Major networks replayed it on loop. Boeing's stock dropped 7% overnight. Elon simply tweeted one word: soon. When Tesla finally confirmed the existence of the Model P, the details stunned the world. The plane used twin carbon electric rotors that could rotate 90 degrees, allowing vertical takeoff in traditional flight. The entire fuselage was made from ultralight composite materials designed by SpaceX. Inside, the cockpit looked more like a Tesla car than an aircraft, with full self-flying capability. Powered by a modified version of Tesla Autopilot integrated with SpaceX's Starlink network. The most shocking part wasn't just its design, it was what it could do. The Model P could travel over 750 miles on a single charge. Recharge in under 20 minutes using Tesla's next-gen megachargers, and reach speeds of 600 miles per hour. More than that, it produced 0 emissions. Analysts called it the death of the fuel jet. Airlines panicked. Governments wanted in. Within weeks, whispers emerged that NASA had contacted Tesla about adapting the tech for future Mars missions. But behind the scenes, another twist unfolded. The Model P wasn't originally built for commercial use. It was meant for something far bigger. Tesla had been developing a distributed air mobility system, essentially a global network of autonomous electric planes that could transport passengers anywhere in the world without pilots. Imagine booking a flight the same way you order a Tesla car from your phone, and an aircraft arriving at your nearest vertiport within minutes. As news broke, skeptics called it science fiction. Then, in early 2026, Elon Musk hosted a live demonstration at a private airfield near Austin, Texas. Tens of thousands tuned in. As the camera panned across the runway, the Model P hovered silently before the crowd, then ascended vertically into the sky. For 30 minutes, it performed maneuvers that defied belief loops. Rotations, hovering mid-air, all powered purely by electricity. The audience erupted. Musk, with his usual smirk, said only, "I told you, the era of fossil flight is over." But the real jaw-dropper came seconds later. The plane disconnected from ground control entirely and switched to full autonomous mode. Using Starlink, it navigated itself across the state and landed flawlessly, 200 miles away, with zero human input. The crowd was speechless. Pilots and aviation experts who had laughed at the idea were now staring at a future they didn't recognize. Within months, airlines began negotiating partnerships. United Emirates and even NASA reportedly signed interest letters. The Pentagon quietly began testing Tesla's propulsion tech for defense applications. And yet, amidst all this excitement, one question haunted the world. Could this be too powerful? Could one man and one company control the sky, as well as the road and space? When Elon was asked that question in an interview, he simply said, "We don't control the sky. We're just giving it back to humanity without pollution, without noise, without limits." As the first fleet of Tesla planes prepared for global launch, the implications became clear. Intercity flights under 800 miles could be fully electric. Airports would shrink into vertical hubs. Short-haul airlines could vanish entirely. And with Tesla's pricing model one-third the cost of traditional jets, air travel could finally become affordable to everyone. The world was changing again, faster than anyone could process. But for Elon Musk, this was just another step in a much larger vision, one where Earth and Mars are connected by silent electric wings. In the final moments of the reveal, as the Tesla plane rose above the clouds, glowing against the night sky, Elon said something that echoed across social media for weeks. "The sky is not the limit anymore. It's just the beginning." And that, perhaps, was the moment the world realized Tesla hadn't just built an electric plane. It had built the future of flight itself.